Savannah City Council voting last night unanimously to approve the petition by Capital Development Partners to rezone more than 50 acres of land in the area of Buckhalter Road. Some people who live there say they are now forced to move. Others say they are upset about the industry disrupting the area's peace and quiet, despite the city agreeing to build buffers. WSAV's Kaylee Fetko spoke to them about their concerns, and she has our top story.
This 50-plus acres of land here along Buckhalter Road isn't going to look like this ever again, with Savannah City Council voting to rezone the area to make more room for industry.
This quietness, the country feel, industry does not belong here. It should not be in the middle of a neighborhood.
It will be light industry, according to the city of Savannah, with Capital Development Partners now getting the green light to rezone 52.86 acres along Buckhalter Road to be developed as part of the Rockingham Farms industrial complex. Jerry Hubert moved from the White Bluff neighborhood to her property on Buckhalter because of the quietness. Now she says the ambiance will forever be disturbed.
First of all, the visual, it's going to be right there, but the pollution, the dust, the smell and fumes of the trucks, the lights, they put stadium lights on, it's never going to be dark here anymore.
J.W. Smith, who lives inside the property that's going to be rezoned, says he and some of his neighbors now have to move because of the development. He says Capital Development Partners offered him and his neighbors a price to sell their homes. Smith says what they offered him was not good enough.
I have refused their proposal. I would hope that I could stay here the rest of my life. This is my forever home. When my wife and I built it in 1968, and of course she passed away a couple of years ago, so it's going to be my forever home if I can have that.
Though the city has agreed to add a 100-foot buffer and 8-foot vegetated berm to block out some of the qualms of industry, Hubert says for her and some of her 500-plus neighbors, that's not good enough and plans to repeal council's vote.
But if you insert industry in any neighborhood, you just insert that kind of industry in there, the whole neighborhood is going to feel it, even if you live 3 blocks away. Smith
says either way, he is in a lose-lose situation.
Not really interested in selling, but I'm not excited about having a warehouse next door either, so I'm kind of in a dilemma. That's what I say, if they want it bad enough, I'll sell it. Otherwise, there'll be a warehouse out here one day, I suppose.
Smith says he and his neighbors are not anxious to sell their land, but if the developers want it bad enough, they can come and buy it. Reporting in Savannah, Kaylee Fetko, WSAV News 3 on your side.